Hi there, I'm Amy from the Centered Body Studio, and today I'm going to talk about how to help you do the roll-up. So the roll-up in Pilates can be easy for some immediately and really tough for others, and can even remain a challenge throughout your whole lifetime doing Pilates. So don't feel frustrated. Know that there's some modifications, some ways to help you figure out how to do it, and it's not something that you need to be able to do, but it is a really nice way to stretch your spine. It's a nice way to massage your internal organs. So it's something that I like to teach my clients and have them practice, because even if you're not achieving the full roll up or roll down, you are getting a lot of good benefits from it. So I'm going to show you some techniques that will help you do it. And first, let me just show you what a roll up and roll down is. So with your legs stretched out in front of you, you try to sit up tall on top of your sit bones, you reach out in front of you, and you just roll down, like what it's called. You roll down slowly, reaching through your heels, sinking your belly back, and try to feel each bone as it peels into the floor. And then you can stretch the arms overhead, take a deep breath, and lift the arms up, lift the head up, peel the shoulders up, and try to roll up through the bones of the spine. And then you stretch over your legs, and you can even grab your toes, and then roll back up. So that's a roll up. That's sort of the general roll up. Now some of us have tight lower backs, and so it's harder to feel the floor underneath when you're doing your roll down or your roll up. And so it's harder to press down through your back and find those abdominals in the front that help you come up. Some of us have tight hip flexors, so we want to do this when we roll up. We want to lift our legs because our hip flexors want to help us. So there's a lot of reasons why you may need some modifications. And one of the simplest ones is to just put some weight on your feet. That's a nice way to keep those legs down, so that when you roll down, pulling my pants down with them, then you have an anchor for your feet. And it's easier to lengthen your hip flexors. It's easier to get up without using that hiya to get up. Another thing you can do is press your feet into a wall, or a box in this case, or a couch, something that you can anchor your feet into, and you will start to leave it as you roll down, but it's just something to reach towards. And same thing on the way back up. If you have your toes touching something, just that much help can possibly get you over that hump or that hurdle. Another thing you can try is bringing the floor up to your lower back instead of trying to get your lower back to press down into it. So I use a little mat or something you can fold up. It could be a kitchen towel, and you put it around where you think that part of your spine might be a little stiff or a little stuck, and then you try to press your back into it as you roll down, and then you press your spine into it as you roll up. And it even helps people who are pretty good at getting up and down, because it really makes you feel that part of your spine and that part of your abdominal wall pulling back into your spine. I'm going to keep that there because that one felt good. You can also use a pair of weights, or just one weight if it's a heavy weight. And that gives you control. It gives you, like, I could sit here for a while because I have this opposition of the weights helping me lower myself down. I would be careful taking your arms back, especially if your weights are heavy. Just let your shoulders anchor into the floor, and then lift your head and lift those weights, and the weights are giving you that pull forward to come up. And then you can stretch over your legs again. I should have worn different pants because these keep sliding up and down. And actually there's two more techniques that I can show you. You can hook the stretchy band around the soles of your feet. I would cross it so that it doesn't slide off easily. And then grab them fairly close to your feet so you have a lot of tension in the band. And that's going to also help slow you down. Melting the shoulders into the floor here, and then lifting your head. And if you don't have enough tension to get you past it, you can either bend your arms and pull yourself up, or you can open the arms wider to get a little more tension and spread out your back. And then you can roll through the spine. You can add some other exercises with that band around your feet. And if you watch my props video, most of these props are in that video as well. All of these props you can probably buy from Amazon if you want to, or you can find them from OPTP, or you might be able to find them at your local sports stores as well. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to do this roll up with one leg and roll down with one leg. So we'll start with the roll down. I'm going to put my foot into the pad of the circle, and I'm going to push into the circle like I'm pushing on the brakes. And I'm trying to pull my abdominals back, my spine back, and it's actually my leg that's helping me control down, and my leg that's pressing down to help me roll up. So you can do it with a straight leg, you can do it with a bent leg, bending the knee towards you and then pushing the knee away. And just make sure you do both legs. Otherwise you're gonna walk in a circle. So that's the straight leg version, and then the bent leg version. You're pushing into that circle. You can see the circle is stretched out. I'm not just relaxing my leg is really active and pushing. So I'm using my hamstrings and my glutes to help me come up. And you can do that without any props whatsoever. You can just hold on to the back of your leg and try to roll down, keeping your heel heavy on the floor to give you that resistance. And then you can push your foot towards the floor, lift your head, and try to get your foot down, and then slide your foot away. We'll try the other side. It's nice to start with the rolling down just because it's a little easier. And then you've warmed up your spine a little bit more. And then you can press the foot away and you can roll up. I'm still using that pad underneath my back. You don't have to, but it does feel kind of nice to have that massage of your spine into the floor. So those are some ideas for how to help you practice your roll up. And even if you're just coming up halfway or just rolling down halfway, those stretches for your spine are really nice. And it does start to target the abdominals, it starts to strengthen a whole bunch of muscles in your whole body. So give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, please hit subscribe.